Hi guys, welcome back to Derby Koi. It's Saturday. It's the first actually chance in probably a week I've actually had to do any recording. By the time I get home from work it's dark, and when it has been light, if I had a chance, it's been raining. So it's Saturday morning and it's been raining again. So things I want to do today are not going to really happen, unfortunately. So what I'm going to do, I am going to do my filters, got to give them a clean out. Just my normal daily maintenance I need to do. I'm going to give them some food, but what I have decided to do is I've had a few people mention on send me questions and ask a couple of things about my pond cameras. I sent through Facebook messages and things like that, private messages. So I'm going to get on with my bits and pieces, and I'll be talking. I'm going to go inside and have a little chat about my pond cam, a little bit more on that. So give me a minute, let me spin you around, we'll check temperatures, give me some food, stuff like that. Okay. It has been rather cold on the night. I think went down to 5 or 6 most nights, maybe a bit lower than that. Pond temperature's been holding well. It's 11.4 at the moment, so it's not too bad in the pond, still on a little bit of temperature. As I said, it has been getting quite cold. So let's just pop out, have a quick look at this one, what we got here. If you can see on that one, it's about 13 outside, so it isn't too bad. Covers are up, so let's give them a bit of food. They haven't been fed this morning yet. There we go. There we go. Henry's straight up. Look at that. He's straight up for some food. They're all coming up. So yeah. So I'm still feeding them twice a day at the moment. All going well. Pond water's lovely. Premises are great. As I said, I've got to put them in as well at some point. I've got to go in. I want to talk about pond cams. Whether you've seen it or not, that's one of my pond cams there. That's a cam. I talked about what it is at the moment. This actual box that it's in, that's an aftermarket third-party box. It's a, I don't know what I call it, outdoor box, I'm assuming. It's not completely waterproof, it is open, but I've never had a problem with that yet, with rain and wind. It's never steamed up on me, fogged up on me, and it's I've had ice and frost and all sorts. And very quickly now, I've also got one in here. At the moment, it's just stuck on there at the moment. I've got that one. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to do my bits of maintenance and stuff I need to do, and then I'm going to go inside, sit at the table, and we'll have a little bit of chat about the pond cam. Okay, so I've come inside now, a little bit warmer. So I'm just going to talk you through and run you through some of the features and bits and pieces, show what we actually get with the camera. This is the one I actually bought. It's a Neos Smart Cam. I initially bought this as a pet cam. As you know, I've got a dog, Bisley, and when I was out and I couldn't take him with me, I wanted to keep my eye on him, so I initially bought just the one and put it in the living room. I was so impressed with it, in the end I ended up buying more. I think I've got 5 now in various rooms, inside and out. At the moment, when I first bought it, I think I paid £25, which was over 12 months ago, my first one. I think at the moment they're about actually £29.99 for one camera. But if you do keep your eye on them, I think you can buy them direct from Neos, I think. Also on Amazon. They do offers with these, which is when I bought my other cameras. So like I said, I've got about 5 now. I initially paid, well, you'd pay £30 for one now, but in an offer I think I got 2 for £40, so it worked out at £20 each. So if you are interested in these, keep your eye out for them, because I said they will be doing offers. I'm sure they'll be doing offers on them again, but I'm really impressed with these cameras. It is an app-based camera, which we'll talk about a little bit more later. So let me just show you what you get. It's, as I said, a very small box. The reason for being such a small box, it's a small camera. That is your actual camera. It may not look a lot, but it's a very sturdy camera, well made, not cheap looking, doesn't feel cheap to hold or anything like that. So in the box you get your camera, you get a power lead on that one, your plug, your 3-pin plug with your for your power lead obviously, little instruction manual, but again your app itself tells you how to work it, how it all works and how to set it all up on there. You get a little sticker you can put in your window to tell people that you've got security cameras, a little metal disc which I'll talk about, and a little sticky pad. The reason for the metal disc is the actual base of the camera itself is actually a magnet itself, so it's actually magnetic, so it can actually if you've got to put it on your fridge or whatever you want to put it, if it's metal it'll fit to it. If it isn't metal, that's where this comes in. So you've got a little sticky ring here, you peel it off and stick it to that, and then stick that to whatever surface you need it, and then that will stick to the base of your camera. It has got a little hole in it, so you could put a little screw through it if you need be, if you're going into wood or something like that, as long as it's a flat screw, because that needs to be flat on there, and it will stick on that way. The reason it's for that one, because it is, I say it is magnetic, but it is, you can angle it out, so you can stick it on there, and that will be your camera in various positions, or sitting that way, and it'll spin virtually 360 degrees all the way around on that way. At the back of it, that's where your power lead will go, and the little one in the back there. So that's what comes in the box. As I showed you outside, my outside camera, it's in a little black case. That is a third-party box I bought. It's an outside box for it. It's not 100% waterproof. It just protects it from the elements, from the rain and things like that. But where I've got mine situated on the shed, I've got my little overhang on the apex of the shed itself, so that gives it more protection. So I've had that up 9-10 months now outside, and haven't had a problem with that at all. With wind and rain and frost and everything I've had so far. So that's another good one to put on if you want to. As I say, they're not sold by Neos, they're a third party. The features for the camera itself, it's HD recording. It's got two-way audio. It's got a speaker and a microphone on it. You can view, as I said, it's all app-based, so you can view on your phone the live view, obviously. So you can click on the live view, and it will show you exactly what's happened with the camera now. It's got motion detection, so if something comes into the field of view of the camera, it will start recording. Audio detection, so if there's, as I said, I got mine in the filter house, if there's a loud bang or something like that, or where I got mine situated, it doesn't actually detect the door, but if somebody opens the door and hears the noise of the door, that will start it recording. It's also got night vision on it as well, which is really good. It is really clear of a night. I'm very impressed with that part on it. As I said, it is an app-based camera. So what it'll do, which I'll run through the app with you in a little bit, it will actually record any movement it picks up. It'll actually record to a cloud. So on your app you have to log into your account, you set your account up, you log into it, and then it's every time you press on the app to open it up, it automatically goes to your however many cameras you got, and you pick on your camera to view it. You'll get if something does set it off, you'll actually get a notification on your phone. So at the top of your phone, you swipe it down, it's notifications. If you actually click on that notification that you've had movement or sound thing, it will actually automatically open the app up, and it will automatically go to the thing, whatever set it off, the recording, and it will actually replay that recording to you instantly. It does only record for 12 seconds, so I know you're thinking 12 seconds is not a lot, but it's a lot longer than you actually think. If something sets it off, you can view that 12-second recording, and it's more than enough time to show you that something set it off. I say I've got a pet outside at the moment, so if a cat comes into it, which it has done, I've received a notification something's set it off. I've looked at it, and it was actually a cat looking around the pond. It could be a heron, could be anything, you know, one who's fed it. So it's just giving you a warning that it's there. And what you can do then is you can actually go into live view to see if it's still there and if it's doing anything on your pond. And as I said, it has got audio so you can actually speak. I don't know if it's loud enough for the scare a heron off, but it's giving you a warning. If it's a cat, actually the cat with mine actually went to live view, and I screamed something, meant to be some sort of obscenity down the microphone, and it actually did scare the cat off, which was good. As I say, it is only 12 seconds, but 12 seconds is a lot longer than you think. Those are stored for, I think it's 14 days on the cloud, so you can view up to 14 days previous, whatever set it off. If you think 12 seconds isn't enough, you can. They have got a thing called a NEOS boost, which will give you 1 minute recordings on the cloud, again for 14 days. But that is an additional payment. I think it's £2.49 per month. So it works out about 62 pence a week. So it's actually not that bad. For 62 pence a week, you get 1 minute recordings on the cloud, and you also get then something called, remember it rightly, I think it's called activity zones. Basically, what that is, if you've never had a security cam with them things on before, whatever your camera picks up on the screen, if you've got to set it up for your whole garden, say, but you want to just set up a zone for half your garden or a quarter of your garden, you can actually set up a zone. If it's your pond, for mine, which it is, I've got set it up so it's just outside of the pond. So if anything moves in the actual garden, it's the rest of the garden, it doesn't actually set it off. So if I'm walking up my path or somebody comes in the gate, it doesn't actually set that off. I've got one of them set up so it only works just for the pond, and well, it's actually just outside the pond. So if something comes within that, a cat or a heron or even me, that's when it'll only start recording, when it actually comes into that actual zone that you've set up. The reason I haven't got setting up for the whole garden on that is because I have got various other cameras and security. It's actually quite an expensive security system I've got set up for the cottage. So anything comes into the garden, I've got other cameras and other detection things that inform me that something's come into the garden, or there's movement around the car or that type of stuff. So yeah, so for 62 pence a week, that's not a lot for that. Also, what you can have on the base of the camera, I don't know if you can see it there, there's actually a little slot there will take an SD card. I think it can take up to 32 gigabyte SD card. If you've got a 32 gigabyte SD card in there, it will constantly record for 2 to 3 days of recordings on there. And when it gets to the end of the SD, it fills the SD card, what it'll do, it'll call a rollover, so it will then start recording over the start again. So it's a continuous loop of 3 days. So it gets to 3 days, continues to record, but as it's recording, it's actually recording over the start of your first day. So from 1 second to whatever it is in 3 days, it's actually doing that sort of moment like a tape. It's actually recording over itself on that one. I haven't got that. I've got more than happy with what it's got. The only bad thing about that at the moment is that any recordings on the SD card you can't actually view via the app at the moment. I'm hoping they're going to upgrade the app where you can view from the app. So if something set it off or you need to view it, I mean, a good thing for that is if you're away for a couple of days, having a weekend away, yes, you can still view, obviously view via the app, your live view and things like that, but it's constant recording while you're away. So if something does happen, it's more than 12 seconds and you want to see what it is, you have to take the SD card out, put it into your laptop or your tablet or whatever will take that SD card, and you can view it from there. So that's another good feature on that. Hopefully they'll update the app. We'll see how that goes. Talking of the app, give me a minute, we'll get it set up and I'll run you through the app now. Okay, so quickly run you through the app a little bit. Before I open it up, what I want to do is I'll show you the notifications. So I'm going to get somebody just to pop outside, and first I'll get a notification of movement in the garden, and then we're going to go for one for sound on the filter house. So we're going to do that now.
Security cameras activated.
There you go. So I've had a notification.
Security breach.
There we go. Pond camera detected motion. And there's for the sound. So it's told me I've had something in the filter on the set off the cameras. So what I'm going to do, there's my motion detection. So let's go for the filter house first. So if I click on the filter house, it automatically opens it up. I don't know if you heard that, but that was a knock. So it's automatically loaded it up, and it's actually played the video of whatever the problem was. So, and that's the other notification. That's just the one for the movement outside, so we'll get rid of that one. Okay, so let me just get into the app. Open the app up. Right, what actually that little flash is in then, what it's actually doing is actually refreshing the pictures you see to the latest frame of camera, wherever the camera picked up the last minute. So these were actually the last things it detected before I opened the app. From here you can scroll up and down for your other cameras. I have got other cameras set up on here, but we're obviously not going into those. From here at the very top you've got a question mark. If I click on that, this takes you into your product support. You've got cam support, NEOS Boost, app support, various other things there. Frequently asked questions, any bugs or issues I know about, feature requests. From there you can actually go onto the message center. What that actually does, that actually connects you to one of their tech supports, so you can do live messaging with each other if you've got a question or an issue, or wherever that can help you out there. And you've got their online shop, which is their app. From there you can actually buy stuff through the app and things like that, and obviously at the bottom you've got all their social media things. So from there, if we actually click onto the camera, so if we go onto the pond camera, that will actually load the camera up. This is now actually a live view, and down here you've actually got any motion it's detected, so those are things it's picked up. And here you've got your calendar. Anything with the green dot is actually the last 14 days. It holds it for 14 days on the cloud. If you click on that, it'll actually load anything that's seen, and then that's for the last on that day, anything it's picked up on. And from those you can actually play those if you want to. So go back onto that one. Again, as I said, this is your live view at the moment. It is only small there, but if you want to, if I turn it round, it actually goes into a live view, and from there you can actually zoom and move it around if you need to. From here, while I'm on this, I'll show you this. If you look there, there's a little, if you can see that, there's a little cog in the corner. So if I click onto that and turn that back round, these are actually camera settings. So you've got your device name, location, night vision, which is on automatic. You can turn that on or off. Image quality, standard or high definition. Time watermark, which is actually your clock and date in the corner. It's got a status light on there. That's just a little red light to say the camera's on. Because I have one outside and in the camera, I don't want people seeing it's there overnight. It just shows up a red dot. Rotate the image 180 degrees, because you can actually fit this upside down if you have it on a ceiling or something, or on a whatever. So the camera's upside down. You actually need to rotate the view on that one. Motion tagging, what that is, if something sets, you can have that on. If something moves within the frame of the camera, it'll actually put like a little box around it to show you what actually set the camera off on that one. Notification settings, I've got the motion on. You can adjust your sensitivity on that. The pond camera outside, I've got the noise detection off, but I've got it turned on inside the filter house. Frequently asked questions, you can update your firmware, diagnostics. You can reboot the camera from here, and you can remove it from here if you don't want it in that anymore and you want to move it or anything like that, or for whatever reason. So going back to this one on here, you've got the microphone. You can turn that on. As I said, it's got two-way audio, so you can actually press that and actually speak through it, and the sound will come through your camera. The middle one there, you've got a camera, so you can actually take a snapshot of the live footage if you want to. Yeah, and this one you can actually record. So if I actually press that at the moment, that is actually now recording what is actually going on outside. Obviously there's not much happening at the moment. If you do happen to see something, there's a cat or a heron or something funny, with mine I've got a dog, obviously he does funny things in the garden, so if I want to record that, I could actually record it. When it's finished, if I stop it and it tells me it's actually been recorded to my phone's gallery on there. So that's basically that for the camera. Going back onto here, again, if I want to, exactly the same. If we're going to the pond, the filter house one is exactly the same. From here at the bottom, you've got the home. If you click home at any time, it takes you back to this setting, which is all your cameras. People at the bottom there in the middle. It can allow, if you want to allow other people with another device, your wife, your husband, your partner, whatever, your boss even, a friend, anything you like. If you want to allow them access to your cameras, if you've just got it set up for your pond cam and you want other people to see it, you can allow them access to that camera and the settings and whatever they need to do on that one. From there you can go on to settings. You can test your, update your time zone. If you're your NEOS Boost subscription, you can do all the things in there, which we'll talk about. Auto arming, I don't use that for this because it's on constantly. Software update, edit your address, things like that, and you can log out if you need to. Go back onto that one. From there, you've got this little plus thing here. That's if you want to add a camera. So if you buy more cameras or add other things to it, you click on that, you can add a camera. So if I want to add a camera, if I click on Smart Cam, it tells me here what it does. Unbox your Smart Cam, tells you everything you need to know. And it's so simple to use. Just click Get Started, and it talks you through every process you need to do to get a camera set up onto it. So easy to update a camera on them. And with any product I do, it's so easy to update. Okay, so that's just showing you basically on the app on there. So I'm really impressed with the app so far. Job's a good one. Okay, so that's just a brief quick look at the camera that I use. I initially bought it as a pet cam to keep me on busy when I'm out, but I now use it. I've still got my set up as pet cam, but I got one on the pond, and I obviously got one in the filter house. It has helped me, I must admit. I've reached not too long ago, I had a problem in the filter house. I actually had a leak. Again, schoolboy error on my part. I did something like, which if you look back at one of my previous videos, leak in the water house. It's something that I did that I caused a problem and I didn't realise. As a part of my daily routine, as soon as I wake up, first thing I do is I check my cameras, check on the pond. So on that day I looked at the camera, checked on the filter house, seen there was water in the filter house, knew there was a problem straight away. So I could come straight down and check on it and find out the problem was. Luckily I had a float switch, or I've got a float switch, so that stopped me from losing any more water. But it just alerted me that there was a problem. If I hadn't have got that camera, I'd have got up, gone straight out to work, probably not even checked in the filter house. So that really helped me out. So it is good, trust me. So that's just briefly on that. Very quickly now, I'll flip over to show you record a bit of night footage, just to show you what it looks like on the night. So I'll play that now. Okay, so as you've seen there, just a little bit of night footage. I'm really impressed with the night vision on this camera. As I say, it's only a little camera, but I'm super impressed with the night vision on those. And as you've seen with the outside one, it starts off with night vision. So if you've got an outside light, a security light, as soon as the light activates and there's enough light, ambient light around, it will actually turn back to colour, which I think is really good as well. Also, what I've recently found out is that NEOS have actually brought out, or bringing out, 2 new pieces of kit to go along with their camera setup. One of them is a PIR motion kit. Don't know how that works yet. I haven't seen much about that. I haven't really looked into that one. I'm assuming if something sets the motion off, that's not detected in the camera's range. As soon as it's motion's detected, I'm assuming it just starts recording on any cameras you've got, or you can pick which cameras you want it to actually start recording. Another thing they've brought out, which I'm really interested in, is a leak sensor. As I said previously, obviously I've just mentioned that I had a problem in the filter house that actually got a leak sensor kit. So what I did is I wanted some more information on it, so I actually contacted NEOS, told them the situation, that it's for what I wanted it for in the filter house because I've got a koi pond, and I told them about I actually had a leak in the filter house and this leak sensor was a good idea and it would have really helped me out. I've told them I've got a YouTube channel, so I said what I want to do is I wanted to review their cameras because I've got their cameras as well. Asked them if that's okay for me to do, because I didn't know if there's any legal reasons. I need to let them know first. Just want to get their permission, and they're more than happy for me to review the cameras. And what I'm really excited about is they're going to send me one out. I'm really happy. I didn't ask them to. They just offered to send me a leak sensor kit out to review and test, which I'm going to do. Not sure what's in the kit yet or what it's about. So as soon as it comes, what I'm going to do is I'm going to set it up. Obviously put it in a filter house, test it for 2 or 3 weeks, do various scenarios. Obviously it's only going to work if I've got a leak, so I'm going to simulate a leak in there to see what happens and see how good it is. I think it does moisture and temperature. I'm not 100%. Don't quote me on that yet. When it comes, I'll give you more information on it. But I'm more than happy. I'm over the moon that they're going to send that out for me. I really am pleased, and I'll give that a review and test. And that was Bisley. So, and my dinner's ready, so I'll be back here within a bit. Okay, guys. So that's just a little bit on the we're on my pond cams. There is a lot out there, as I said, but it does the job great for me. I'm really happy with it. So all my filter stuff's done, all my pond stuff's done. That meal was lovely, by the way. I enjoyed my lunch, really enjoyed my lunch. I've still got that leak sensor to review when it comes. I'm really looking forward to that. I think it's really going to be beneficial. Let me secure it in and get out this wind a little bit. I probably can hear the wind. Yeah, so as I said, I got my leak sensor to sort out. When that comes, I'm really looking forward to that and getting that reviewed. So hope you found this interesting. If you did, hit that like button. If you haven't subscribed already, hit that subscribe button, the little bell for any future videos, notifications coming up. Stay safe, and I'll catch you on the next one.